Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen, Breaking Inferno here, and welcome back to another unboxing video. Okay, so I have two interesting products today. One of which is my very carefully packaged optical drive, as you can see there. And as well, I also have probably the more exciting of the two. The EVGA Supernova power supply, 750 watt, gold certified. It's a pretty decent power supply, to be honest. But I'll set that aside, and I will start with the with this. All right, well, lots of people these days would argue that you don't even need an optical drive, and they're kind of right. You usually don't. Here we go. Got all that off. Side is up. Alright, that side is up. Okay, and I can carefully just slide this out. Oh, also I looked. They don't actually sell the anti-static things anymore, for reasons of most components are actually fairly resistant to that. I know it's kind of dark and kind of hard to see. For some reason, the camera is being strange today. But there we go. Here we have the optical drive. Pretty simple. It's a standard optical drive. Runs DVDs. Burns them actually as well. So yeah, so that's the optical drive. I'm going to set that there on top of the plastic. Although, like I said, it shouldn't have too much of a problem as far as static goes. And then we get to this, the EVGA power supply. Now, how did the one open this? Looks like that. Sticker in and stick them off. Maybe it does not. No, it does. And that opens up. And this needs to be laid down. And that opens up as well. Okay. Inside here we have some cardboard. Alright, we have various cables. EVGA. That's in CPU 1. Alright, they're all labeled. Good. Those seem like some fairly nice cables. They're all covered in mesh, so. Here is the power cord and more cables. Wow, there's a lot of cables. And then we have here the power supply itself. I can remove these strange styrofoam things. Here we have the manual. I'll have to read that later. And then here we have the actual power supply itself. Again, really sorry for the lighting. I know it's not very good. There we go. It should slide right out. Awesome. Okay, I see it's supposed to be mounted like this with the fan on the bottom. And this goes towards the back. Let's see the power on there. Here we have all of the, again, I know it's very hard to see, but here we have all of the ports, SATA ports, VGA, CPU, motherboard. There's a fairly decent sized fan on the bottom. Okay, set that down. And with the 750 watt, that means it's going to be able to supply power to my whole system fairly decently. There isn't really too much about the power supply other than that's actually like important. I mean, it supplies power to everything. Has a large amount of ports. Very good for, well, most computers need a lot of ports for the different components. It is gold certified, which means that it is a very decent quality power supply. But other than that, there's nothing too overly important about the power supply itself. I mean, it's a fairly standard power supply. EVGA is, at least it's reviewed as a fairly decent brand, especially when it comes to power supplies and graphics cards. They make a variety of products, but it's mostly those two, it seems. Carefully place this back in here and into these two foam blocks so that stays nice and protected until I can get it in the case. It provides 750 watts at 50 degrees Celsius. Fully modular cables. Japanese main capacitor. I'm not exactly sure why that's overly important, but it says delivering up to 90% efficiency. That sounds pretty good to me. I don't know about you, but 5+5 year global warranty. 5+5? Or just say 10. But with the optical drive, lots of people are not putting optical drives in their builds anymore for the reason of it's going obsolete. Most things are digital download now, but the thing is, I just want one for the sake of if the computer ever goes haywire, I can always use a DVD to access it with another operating system or something like that. It can be useful to have. Gaming-wise, some games can only be installed with discs. Not many, but some. Specifically, I believe I have a couple. And some older games require the discs to be in order to run them, unless you want to go through the work of patching them, but that seems like too much work for some of the older games, just to be able to play them. So, other than that, this is pretty simple, and I will see you guys in the next video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Goodbye.